Hey everyone, welcome to today's different gaming appetizers. And what are we talking about this time? Microsoft is changing prices again for the reward system. Now, they're not raising the prices of Game Pass just yet. That will probably come later in the year. But for now, that was just a joke. There's no rumor or anything like that, but you know they will. But for now, they're basically upping the prices of your rewards, not the rewards you get, how much it costs in reward points to buy things. So not good news, right? So, we talked about the Microsoft Rewards program before and how, it used to be good and then it went crappy and now it's just gotten even crappier. So basically Xbox game prices, we talked about that last July, they went up and now Microsoft Reward members are affected. Gamers can accumulate reward points through the in-game challenges or Microsoft Store purchases. Xbox Game Pass subscriptions were one option for redeeming points. Some players got an email explaining that auto redemption for the service are about to cost a lot more. Players receiving the unwelcome notification will see a price increase on April 20th. The email was aimed at gamers who auto redeem points for Game Pass subscriptions on schedule. It's unclear if players in all regions are targeted by the changes at Microsoft Rewards program. However, the higher prices are already showing on redemption pages in the Xbox app and the Microsoft Store. The number of points needed to redeem a monthly Game Pass subscription depends on whether a member is at level 1 or level 2 of the rewards tier. In one example, two different costs are appearing for the same subscription. The monthly auto redemption for Game Pass Ultimate previously demanded 14,000 points, but now there's a listing for 20,000 points. It's likely that by the end of April 20th comes and goes, all gamers will have to fork over additional points. Reddit posters are not thrilled with the updated Xbox Game Pass prices. Over the years, stockpiling Microsoft Reward points has become more difficult. After the points hike, maintaining a Game Pass subscription is challenging without using a credit card for most of the fee. Yeah. So basically, I know Pat did auto redemption quite a bit when the reward system was really good, because you could auto redeem and it was cheaper to do auto redeem, and then you could auto redeem your Game Pass with the points that you got. It's already enough with the Game Pass rewards changes, and we talked about that a while back. The changes they made is a lot more difficult now to get the points and accumulate points, and now they're just going to make it more expensive to auto redeem those subscriptions, so they're almost making it damn near impossible, right? I mean, it's possible. It's just you have to work twice as long, and it's going to take twice as long to be able to get enough points to auto redeem or to redeem a month worth of Game Pass Ultimate. So yeah, I mean, Microsoft's just, again, taking the rewards program and, taking it out and putting some more holes in it. They already put holes in it before, but now it was still alive, so they had to shoot it some more. So let's go around and see what these guys think. Pat, since you used the auto redeem system before, on when the rewards program, what do you think of these changes?
I mean, before they nerfed like the amount of rewards you could earn, you could very well earn 12,000 points in a month to get your Game Pass Ultimate and such, Now that, I mean, obviously it's surprising me it took them this long since they raised, because I think initially when they raised the price of Ultimate, they didn't change the reward amount you had to spend. It was still 12,000 points. So they never raised that. I'm surprised it took them this long. But at the same time, going from, if you can't make it to tier 2, 12,000 to 20,000 is a huge jump. And I think it was like 17,000 if you're in tier 2, maybe. I think that might have been what I saw when looking around. But I don't earn enough points to even get. I don't play enough anymore to earn hardly any points at all. But even when I tried out the rewards program after it initially changed, when I was still on Team Microsoft, I couldn't get. It was a struggle for me to get the 9,000 points to get the $10 gift card every month. And I was struggling to hit it. It wasn't, it used to be easy to get that. That was an easy thing to get. It was a stretch to try to get the 12,000 Ultimate, And it was, for me, it was anyway. I mean, there's people out there that do it. but I always tried to shoot for the monthly subscription of the Game Pass Ultimate, so I didn't have to pay for it. But now it's almost, I don't know, unless you're just spending buku bucks on new games and spending a lot of time in their app trying to get, or games trying to get their rewards every day. I 20,000 points a month, 17 to 20,000 points a month is going to be hard to maintain an Ultimate, I think. And that's probably their goal, right? They don't want to they want people buying it rather than, because I mean, when I did it, I had purchased a 3-month subscription to Ultimate, and I was just always capping it. Back when they allowed you, when you could buy the 3 month from them, and I just capped it. I was just capping it all the time, and so I was always continuously just adding on another month and adding on another month. So it was always continuously. I had a 3-month backlog of Ultimate, but I can't afford it now. I don't play Xbox. I don't remember the last time I turned on my Xbox. It kind of sits there with my PlayStation and collects dust. I play mostly on PC now. And I could give a rat's ass less about Microsoft points on the PC. I don't even look at their stuff. I typically don't play anything on PC from Microsoft, unless it's something that you can only get from them, which is not typical. So I'll play most of my stuff on Steam or CD keys or something. And since I don't have Game Pass anymore, I don't have a reason to load up the Xbox Game Pass app on my PC to play their stuff and get their rewards, because you can log into the mobile, get some rewards daily, log into the thing daily and get them, do little quests within games and get free points every day. But the majority of the points were coming through purchases. Back in the old days, you could do the weekly streaks and start getting lots of points every week, and so every month I was earning enough to get usually.
And the punch cards.
Yeah, the punch cards were big. They killed those off a long time ago, though. Like get 6,000 points if you buy this game, pre-order this game, right? And so you could get a lot. You can get a lot of points. So at one point a long time ago, I could get Game Pass and also a $10 monthly gift card. So it was easy because punch cards and the monthly, because I always did the monthly event quest where it was like, play these Game Pass games and earn these achievements in the games, and you could get another 1,000 points. And I'm like, oh, well, this is easy. Or play this game, get 1,000 gamer score, get an extra 100 points, right? Or get 1,000 points of achievement this month and get 100 points or something. It was stupid easy to get rewards back in the day. And then punch cards were like the first thing to disappear, I remember. And then slowly after that, less and less things were going on in the rewards program. And then finally they killed the rewards program and the weekly streaks from there. Because the weekly streaks, you could, get up to 800,000 points for completing a weekly streak if you got your weekly streak up there, score up there high enough. And sometimes the weekly streaks even had 1,000 points within them. So you were doing the weekly streak to get the 1,000 points or 800 points, and then you were doing the items within the weekly streak just to get the weekly streak. So, it was a pretty good deal back in the day, but in my opinion, the Microsoft Rewards program is not worth the time anymore. I even changed my search engine over to Bing so I can get Bing points every week. I don't do that anymore. Hell with them. Bing is a horrible search engine too, and I only did it because I got reward points for it. And I was like, I get 50 reward points for doing this. Why not just do it? And I did it for a long time. But as soon as I stopped doing their rewards program, Bing was the first thing to get removed from my system. I'm like, screw this. Bing is garbage. And I only did it for the rewards program. So their numbers probably went down pretty far when they got rid of the original rewards program. And so, but that's just me. Microsoft makes all the wrong moves these days. They're the new EA, the new Ubisoft, they're just pissing into the wind, getting soaked, wondering where all this piss is coming from. But Shane, what do you think about the rewards program changes, the prices and the prices of the redemptions, the the auto redemptions?
There's no rewards program. It's horseshit. I'm the only one here that still plays on their Xbox fairly consistently. I still prefer my Xbox over my PlayStation. As far as just controller and ecosystem. I like playing on my big TV, and I just, this is where I'm home at. But their point system is pointless. It's just a freaking waste of time. I mean, every day I'll jump on my Xbox, or I'll jump on Xbox on PC, and it'll pop up, hey, you got 10 points for this, or you got 5 points for that. I got shit for points that I can't spend on it because I can't earn enough to really enjoy it. It used to be just like Pat. I could buy me a movie every freaking couple weeks. I could do all these different things. I can get my Game Pass. If I buy this game, I can hit that punch card. Boom. I'm halfway to another movie or a Game Pass or whatever I wanted to spend those on. And it's just, it's watching the toilet water drain down. It's horrible. And I hate what Microsoft is doing. They're just constantly. They were on such a great streak when the Series X, and not the Series X, the One X came out. That's when I think they started making those strides of positive changes, positive decisions, right decisions. And at the launch of the Xbox Series X, I think they continued that for a while, and they kept making right choices. The rewards program, the Game Pass, it's like, man, Microsoft kicked that ass. Go, Phil Spencer, I love you. And now it's Phil Spencer. What in the hairy horse shit are you doing? You're killing every bit of good credit that you have earned. And it's not just him. I know that. I know it's a corporation. But sometimes you got to stand up to the corporation and say, look, you wanted me to make all these things happen, and I fucking done it. And you guys turn around and shove a cattle prod up my ass just to try to get 10 extra fucking dollars from these gamers. It's ridiculous. Sony is a shit company, but at least they start that way, they end that way, and they'll spend every day that way. You don't expect them to be pro-consumer. You just don't. But at least they do something. They make great games. They make great first-party games. And that's why they're allowed to do those things. Microsoft doesn't have that footing. They don't make the greatest first-party games anymore. They used to. And they've still got some good bangers out there, but nothing in the realm of Sony. So they don't have that leg to stand on to be shit to their customer base. They just don't. So this whole point system is pointless. It's a joke. It's gotten worse and worse and worse. And now I don't even recognize it. I bet if I went and tried to cash in some of those points, they're going to give me like 40 pop-ups. Are you sure? Are you really sure? You want to spend it here? How about you hold on to that for a while, because we're going to raise the prices on it in a month, so you get to get more points. See how that works? It works for us. It works for you. It just pisses me off. Microsoft is just, it breaks my heart to keep watching them shit down their own legs. It kills me. Nick?
Yep. They spent years, right?
Yeah.
Years building goodwill, and now they basically crushed it in a year, I would say, in a little over a year.
Easily. Yeah. It's like, you know what? We've been getting a lot of praise. People are really being positive towards us now. Let's fuck it up. That's the way it is. So, what about you?
That's the way it is. Things will never change. I don't even know you anymore. Yeah. I mean, what you guys said, it's a shell of its former self. It's no longer. It's a pointless point system, as Jane put it. I will pop on Xbox Game Pass on PC, and I've been playing Avowed here and there, and I'll pop in Avowed, and it's like, oh, if you played a game day, so you got 30 points, and I'm like, cool. Like, I barely got any. I got like 3,000 points, which I don't think I can afford anything at this point.
It's like that penny on the street.
You got more than I do, and I play more than you.
Well, I probably had points left over.
It's like that penny on the street. Is it worth it to bend over and pick up that penny, or do you just brush on by it? That's the question.
It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. And it's unfortunate. They're making the reward system not worth even having, right? So it's almost like, you know what, Microsoft, just get rid of it completely. Just say, hey, you know what? we're getting rid of the reward system. We don't have just like your avatars, get rid of the reward system as well. Put them out to pasture. Just get rid of them. Because unless you have a really good reward system that you used to have, now you don't. And so there's just no point in utilizing it anymore, right? I think a lot of the reward system, we talked about Nintendo getting rid of their gold points. And now I don't know if Nintendo's going to replace it with anything, but if they don't, they've gone the same way. PlayStation has the PlayStation Stars, which is an all right system. But again, it's a lot of buying games and stuff like that. So, nobody has a really good reward system anymore, not like they used to. And it's unfortunate because the nice thing I liked about the Microsoft reward system that Pat was talking about was the weekly streaks, where it would say like, hey, play these particular Game Pass games or play some Game Pass games and get this many achievements or whatever. And the nice thing I liked about that was that kind of gave me incentive to try out games I'd never played before or weren't going to download in the first place. I'd be like, all right, this looks like a game I could probably, horse some achievements out on and download it and be like, this game is pretty cool. Like, I kind of like this game. And it wouldn't be a game that I would have initially downloaded, but because of the reward system, I did, right? So it allowed me to play a lot other games. I remember there was like one puzzle game that was on Game Pass. It was like I don't remember what it was called.
Where they like rewind it and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you had to like match up like the scene with the puzzle pieces and stuff. Mm-hmm. And that was really cool. Like, I don't remember what the name of it was, but I think I got every achievement in that game because like I downloaded to get some of the achievements for the weekly streak, but I ended up beating the game because it was a really cool puzzle game. And I was like, this is neat. Like, and I think Pat played it too and beat it as well.
Because we talked about it to get the achievements for that. Yep.
Yeah. But it was a game that we wouldn't have otherwise, right? We just downloaded it because it was either a part of the weekly or we just had to get some achievements. And that was like, okay, we'll just download this and try it out and just to get some achievements off of it and then find out it's a really cool game. So incentives like that rewards program incentivized me to try out other games that I normally wouldn't download from Game Pass. Some of those like one-offs that don't look very fun, that would give me more incentive to go download those and try those out. And without that program there now, it's potential that I might be missing out on some really cool games just because I don't want to download them because they don't look like they'd be fun to play. So,
yep. Unfortunately, they're just making it obsolete. Like Shane said, pointless points.
Yeah.
Where the points don't matter.
Where the points don't matter.
Yes, we are living that show. What makes it worse is I didn't quite think about it until Nick brought that up. I mean, there are games that I miss out on now because of the point system, and so that they're hurting the developers. They're hurting the game base. It's I don't understand. I know Microsoft is a company and they got to make money, but my God. They're shooting themselves in the foot left and right with their customers, and it's ridiculous.
They're digging their own grave.
Well, no, they're just digging their way out of the console market.
Their own grave.
And, which is got to be so much worse in the gaming community being down to one console developer. Nintendo don't count. They just don't. I love Nintendo, but they just don't count anymore in that realm. So,
and some games do that too. I mean, it's not just the Microsoft reward programs, but I remember there's other things out there that give you that incentive to try other games, right? Like they give you something to say like, hey, go try a couple of games out here or play this game to get, some free stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'll download that and try it out. And sometimes you'll run across a really cool game just because of, and not necessarily in this case, Microsoft Rewards, but any sort of incentive program that says, hey, if you do X, we'll give you some free stuff. And all you have to do is just play this game. It's kind of like those timeshares, come and listen to our timeshare and you don't have to buy it. But essentially it's like, sometimes I have found or come across some really cool titles just because that was there, right? Or some sort of incentive program was there. And now, since I don't look at that anymore, since I'm not incentivized, I might be passing out on some really cool games. I think Kingdom 2 Crowns was another one that I played because of the incentive program or whatever, and absolutely fell in love with that game. Played the crap out of it.
Yep. Yeah, they often had that. Check out these Game Pass games for extra reward points, right? They were like, hey, we added 10 new games to Game Pass. Get an achievement in like one of them or a couple of them for 100 points. And I'm like, okay, which one out of this list looks cool? Okay, I'm going to try this one. I'll get my free 100 points for just getting an achievement in a game. And I'm like, I did that all the time. And you're just like, now it's like, or it would incentivize me to buy from the store too, because I remember when they would have sales on the Xbox store, they would give you reward points for buying games on the seller. Like, hey, if you buy 3 games, we'll give you 1,000 extra points on top of the money that you spent because you got points for every dollar you earned.
Yep.
And now it's like the reward system is just, it's not worth anything.
You know what they give you now when you buy a game, right?
One-ply toilet paper?
The game. That's what you get.
Maybe.
The points are just horrible. I just checked mine because last I looked, I had like 2,990, and I just looked. I got 3,000 now. So I'm really moving up in the world. I mean, it's I don't know. It saddens me. And I used to get excited. Oh, you just earned so many XYZ points. I'm like, heck yeah. I'm going to buy something. I'm going to pay for next month's Game Pass. I have a cigarette.
No,
I
you won't.
didn't have a cigarette, but.
Yeah. And now it's like, no, you won't.
No.
You
don't even earn enough in points to pay the damn taxes for the shit you buy.
Right. Yep. I don't even know how to see how much rewards points I got anymore because I don't ever use the app anymore.
You just got to go into your profile.
Yeah.
Or I don't even actually. Where the hell did I find mine?
I don't know. They've buried it some. Oh yeah, in your profile, then click on rewards.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know how many I got.
I have 3,611.
I have 3,000 on the money.
Oh, there we go. There's my rewards. I have 7,617.
Well, look at you.
But I haven't spent them because I'm not playing on their system anymore.
Right.
And I can't earn enough to get the free $10 rewards, which was like 8,000 points. So, that's the only subscription that I still have set, but I don't play the games anymore. So what's it going to do for me? Right. So I don't subscribe to Game Pass. I don't have any intention to. The only time I will is when there's a few games on the list and I'll basically screw Microsoft over for 18 to $20 or whatever. So I don't have to buy their $70, $60 game. So I'll wait till there's about 3 of those on there and then bang them out in a month and then move on. And then I'll make sure that I get my reward. I'll make sure I get my subscription through CD keys so that I get it for like $5 or something, for a month of Game Pass Ultimate or something. So,
well, they just added Watch Dogs Legion to Game Pass, so
gotta play that.
They also added Balatro.
We all own Balatro.
Yeah, Nick bought us all Balatro for Christmas.
And thank you for that. If you haven't played it, play that. It's just
Nick got us all hooked. He's a drug dealer.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. I mean, that is what it is. It's unfortunate that they took a once great rewards program, and I mean really, truly great rewards program, and basically drug it through the mud, then drug it through the pile of horse shit, and then they put it in, they drowned it for a while, and now it's just a drowned rat.
Yep, they raped it on a pinball table in the middle of the bar and left it for dead. And
it's twitching. That's all it did. It's just twitching now. It's not quite dead, but it's twitching.
Dumpster reward program. All right. Well, let us know down in the comments below. Do you still collect points in the Microsoft Rewards program? Are you looking forward to the auto redemption going up? Probably not. No one looks forward to having to spend more. But let us know what you think. Other than that, thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Help us out. Do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell notifications. Stay updated with new videos that we do all the time. We'll see you next time.
See ya.